Dear students, myself Sripad BH, Assistant Professor in KLE Degree College, BBA Department, Nagargavi. Today, I am going to discuss a method, the capital budgeting of financial management, Unit 3 of Bangalore University syllabus. The problem is uh, has appeared in May 2018 examination. So, as you see, the Vastu Limited is considering an investment decision to install a new machine. The project will cost rupees 5 lakh with a life of 5 years and no salvage value. The company's tax rate is 50%. The estimated income before depreciation and taxes is given for the 5 years. Now, compute payback period method, or using the payback period method, we have to suggest that how much time period will it take to pay back the money of the project. So initial investment is 5 lakh rupees and the cash flow is for the 5 years. No salvage value is given. So start with the calculation of the depreciation, because for the payback period method we need cash inflows before depreciation after tax. So for that, first we have to calculate the depreciation, then we can proceed. So depreciation formula is depreciation is equal to cost of asset minus salvage value divided by life of the asset. The cost of the asset is given, that is 5 lakh rupees, minus salvage value is 0, that is no salvage value at the end of the project period, divided by the life of the asset is for the 5 years. So we have arrived the depreciation value, that is 1 lakh rupees. The next step is calculation of the payback period. For that, the table has to be prepared. The first column is year. So for the 5 years, we have to calculate the cumulative cash inflows. Second column is income before depreciation taxes, as it is given in the problem. We have denoted it as the A column. The third column is the depreciation column, which we have calculated as 1 lakh for every year. Whereas the fourth column is income after depreciation before tax. That is, we have to deduct depreciation from the incomes or the cash inflows which is given. Then the next column is denoted as the D column, tax rate at the 50%. We are going to deduct the tax from the cash flows after depreciation before tax. Then we will arrive at the income after depreciation of the tax. We have denoted it as the E column. After that, the next column is income before depreciation after tax. That is, we add back the depreciation amount which we have deducted in the second column, which we have deducted in the third column. Later, we have to calculate the cumulative cash inflows. So, cumulative cash inflows is nothing but adding each year cash inflows continuously till the last year. Next one, calculation of the payback period. The formula is for the uneven cash flows. It is because the cash flow or the cash inflow for each year is different. So payback period for the uneven cash flow is year before recovery plus cash flow required to recover initial investment divided by net annual cash inflow of the recovery year. So complete the bracket. After that, substitute the values. So as you can see in the last column, till fourth year, we have recovered 4,50,000. So year before recovery is 4 lakh, fourth year it is, we have not yet recovered the full amount. Till fourth year, we have recovered only 4,50,000. So 4 plus how much remain still at we have to recover? Around 50,000 we have to recover. So 50,000 divided by what is the actual cash inflow in the fifth year? 2,50,000. So 4 plus 50,000 divided by 2,50,000, that equals to 4.02 years. So the investment what we have made around 5 lakh rupees, the Vastu Limited will come back in 4.02 years.